And speaking about hypocrisy, let's shift focus to the war on TikTok. It's open, it's hostile, and it's hypocritical. The West is gunning for TikTok. Over the past few weeks, it has banned TikTok across the Atlantic. On what grounds? TikTok steals data. That's what millions of TikTok users are being told, and it's a fair point. TikTok comes from China. It is owned by a company called ByteDance. And there is a legitimate threat of TikTok sharing your data with the Chinese government. So it does pose a threat. But is it alone? Don't all social media platforms steal data? Also, concerns over TikTok have been around for a while, so why is it being banned now? Tonight we'll discuss. First, let's tell you which countries are going after TikTok. The US comes first. The White House has given a deadline to government agencies, a deadline to scrub off TikTok from all federal devices and systems. It should be removed from all government devices, and this should be done in the next 30 days. Up north, Canada has blocked TikTok too. For now, the ban is only for government employees and government devices. Hear it from the horse's mouth.
We're making the decision that for government employees, for government equipment, it is better to not have them access TikTok because of the concerns that people have in terms of safety. This may be a first step. It may be the only step we need to take, but every step of the way, we're going to be making sure we're keeping Canadians safe.
Meanwhile, Canadian privacy regulators have launched an investigation. They'll probe how TikTok handles the data of its users. So more action could be coming. Across the Atlantic, TikTok is facing a hard time in Europe. The European Commission has banned the use of TikTok for all of its staff. They cannot use the app neither on their personal nor on their corporate devices. Why has the European Commission taken this step? To protect data and increase cyber security, it says. And how many employees will be affected by this ban? More than 32,000. They've all been given a deadline. Remove TikTok from your phones, from your devices by the 15th of March. And if the US is doing it, if Canada and Europe are doing it, how can the United Kingdom not do it? Surprisingly though, London is yet to join the banned TikTok bandwagon, but it's under pressure to hop on. And soon it might. Lawmakers in the ruling Conservative Party want action against the Chinese app. In fact, I have a quote from the chair of the House of Commons Foreign Affairs Committee. This is what he says. "We run the risk of being marooned as a tech security laggard among free and open nations." So London's case is that of FOMO, fear of missing out, which brings us back to the question, why is the West coming together to take on TikTok? Their big concern is the Chinese law, a law that requires all Chinese companies to assist the government when asked to. And assist how? Well, in the case of tech companies, assist by providing any and all data that Beijing wants. What's worse, last year TikTok made an admission. It said that some of its staff in China could access user data. So if the Chinese government asks for data, TikTok will have to give it. And how much data are we talking about? Data 1 billion users. In the US alone, TikTok has over 113 million active users. In Canada, about 8.3 million people, and around 26% of all adults are on TikTok. What about Europe? As of last year, about 228 million people in Europe were using TikTok. The growth of this app has been phenomenal. After its global launch, it took just 9 months to add 100 million users. 9 months for 100 million users for TikTok. Do you know how long it took for Instagram to achieve that? 2.5 years. What about revenues? TikTok's revenues are projected to hit $18 billion this year. That will be a jump of 55% from last year. By 2024, TikTok's revenues could reach $23 billion. And that's still nowhere close to the hundreds of billions that Meta and Google mint. But it's a threat nonetheless. It's a threat to American tech companies. Meta, for example, has a lot of reasons to worry. Last year, Meta's ad revenue fell for the first time since 2012. Meta, like many other Silicon Valley giants, sees TikTok as an existential threat, a threat that must be neutralized. Do you know what Meta has been doing about it? Lobbying against TikTok. And this lobbying campaign specifically targets TikTok for its handling of user data. In response, TikTok has hired lobbyists of its own, at least 40 of them, 40. In America, that's the way to influence policy and public opinion. Nobody asks about conflict of interest. All you have to do is to lobby lawmakers. It's all legal. And honestly, the concerns about TikTok are not exaggerated. But the Western response, especially the American response, does look motivated. Is it really about data security? Or is it to secure the business interests of Silicon Valley players? The West can learn from India, perhaps. India banned TikTok way back in 2020, a blanket ban, but its reasons were quite different. It was done to punish China right after the violent Galwan Valley clashes. And TikTok was not the only Chinese app to be banned. Hundreds of Chinese apps faced action in India. But coming back to the case of the West, yes, your data might not be safe with TikTok, but is it safe with American tech companies? If you believe that, I've got a rock to sell to you. Not only do American big tech giants have access to users' data, they even sell this data to third-party clients. That is how you see personalized ads and content on Facebook, Instagram, and Google. But the US is not bothered about domestic thieves. It has identified the enemy, and it's TikTok.